Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Less Stress Travel, your #1 channel when it comes down to handling your stress through the right minerals, through the right vitamins, the right diet, bringing everything together and giving you the overall health and the reduced stress levels you deserve for the rest of your life. Okay guys, let's talk about eating and traveling and how you can handle your stress better through your diet. So what happens is, by the way, sorry for the for the barking in the background. These are the dogs here. But I wanted to create this video because I think it's important to know what are great options you can eat when you travel to different countries. Because I know that for myself right now, that when you are in a different country, it's always hard to see what is a good option, what can I eat, what can I do, and I think the best options you always have is keep it as simple as possible. And for me, that means fat and protein are always your friends. If you have access to supplements, even better. You can carry pills around you with yourself. There's no problems at airports I ever had because people know that these are supplements and they are very tolerable with these things. But what I want to point out here is like the probably best meal you can always do is that you are basically combining eggs with, for example, bacon or some source of protein. And if you haven't have access, for example, right now to some supplements, you can always eat a little bit of vegetables. Don't worry about that. If you have access to some organ meat, even better. If you can have healthy organ meat, great. But be aware of that in some countries, I want to point it out, the meat quality might be not as best as you are used to that from, for example, Europe or from the United States, okay? Because a lot of countries are not need to be labeled their quality, and this is a huge problem when you don't have a certain standard where you can refer to. So, but I think eggs are always a great and cheap way of eating. When you're in your car or when you're in an airplane, I think nuts are a pretty good alternative as well, especially Brazil and macadamia nuts. I always recommend that to do that, and it's also plant-based, but it's still fat. It's still fat and it's still protein and it's low in sugar, and it keeps you away from blood sugar spikes, which we always want to which we always don't want to have, basically. Other than that, you can also look for like beef jerky. This is what I've been doing also when I travel a lot in my car. I just got like a little bit of beef jerky together with some nuts, and maybe if you want some sweet stuff in there, you can have like a little bit of zero sugar Coca-Cola, or some other stevia-based drinks, or of course water. Water is always your best option, but I know it for myself. Always we want to think long term, so here and there a little bit of sweet in there. It's okay. I would say sweetness. Okay, it won't kill you, especially if you are, other than that, pretty on top of your diet. Okay, your body can tolerate that, and this is way better option than just putting huge amounts of sugar from pure Coca-Cola inside of your body. Basically, so keep it with the nuts, keep it up with the eggs, keep it up with the nuts, keep it up with some dried meat or whatever meat you can find. It's easier than it thinks. Be aware of these like protein bars. There are a lot of sugars in there, a lot of sugars added just for the taste. They're mostly very low in fat, and if it's fat, it's just like some very low quality fat, like palm fat from sources you really don't want to have inside of your body. But again, think long term and think always in the concept of harm reduction. If you don't have access to all this stuff, probably a fruit like a banana is still better than some ice cream, okay? And maybe you can just grab a banana and fruits. You have access every time. Even in the smallest supermarkets, you will find an option. And for example, like some cottage cheese or some other type of cheese. Stay with the animal product as best as you can, but also be aware of that. Also, the quality might be lacking a little bit in other countries. But one thing I really learned from my coach is that low quality animal products are still better than no animal products at all. Okay, so just be aware of that. Other than that, I wish you the very best. Again, click on the button below if you want to get in touch with me. It's completely for free. We will analyze your situation. I will ask you a couple of questions. Down there with the button you will have a link to a questionnaire on my website where you can fill in your email address and your name, and I will get in touch with you very soon. And let's talk about your situation, how I can help you to reduce your stress through your diet. Because remember, you cannot always control your relationships, you cannot always control what work situation you're in, but you have always control of what you put up in here, okay? And this has a huge impact on your stress levels. Other than that, I see you in the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in from the bottom of my heart. I wish you the very best. Take control, take action, take responsibility, and reduce your stress. Bye bye.